had questions from followers about the reel I posted where I pressed the dart up or down, and they were worried about the seam allowance. So what I will do in this reel is I will show you how to prove a dart and show you the difference in the seam allowance when the dart is pressed up or when the dart is pressed down. So first I'm going to prove the dart when the dart is pressed down. So this is how the pattern recommends the dart is pressed. So you can see there it sort of juts out a little angle, it's like a triangle, and I'm getting the tracing wheel and just running it over that dart once the dart is pressed down. That is called proving the dart. So I'm going to draw it in with blue so it's really obvious here. This is how the dart will lay and the seam allowance when it's proved down. So now what I'm going to do is press the dart going up, and then we'll prove the dart to see where that seam allowance looks when the dart is pressed up. And I'll do it in a different color so it's really obvious. So there I am pressing the dart, so the volume of the dart is going up, and I'll get the tracing wheel again, and that puts little holes into the paper. It perforates it so you can see how this dart will lay and how the seam allowance will look. Now see how it looks quite different? So I'll draw it in with green so you can really see. So if you are to press the dart up, it doesn't really matter. You can just chop off that excess seam allowance because you have a lot less seam allowance when you press the dart up. So I hope that explains pressing your dart up or down, and you don't need to worry about the seam allowance and how to prove the dart, whether you press it up or whether you press it down.